Hello and Happy Christmas. This is 6 Minute English with me, Neil, and joining me today is Sam.
Hello.
So, Sam, are you feeling excited about Christmas?
Plus, times with friends and family, eating lots, partying, helps presents, and generally indulging. What's not to like?
Indulging, allowing yourself to have perhaps too much of something you enjoy. Well, it only happens once a year, Sam, but for those of us who do celebrate Christmas, it comes at a price.
Yes, well, buying pa- all those presents can be expensive.
Not just that, Sam. I mean, is it comes at a cost to the environment, as we will explain shortly. But let's start off with a quiz question for you to answer. In 2010, a Christmas tree in Beijing was awarded the world record for having the most lights on it. But do you know how many were there? 8. 19,672. Oh, sorry, 19,672. B. 94,672, or C. 194 and 672. What do
Well,
you
I
think,
don't.
Sam?
Well, I don't think you could fit 1,094 1,673 lights on a Christmas tree. I will say A, 19,672.
Okay, well, we will find out how bright you are at the end of the program. Of course, Christmas trees are the ultimate Christmas decoration is part of the Christmas tradition, and millions are bought around the world each year. But what impact do Christmas trees, real and artificial, have on the environment?
Well, before we answer that, let's hear from some of the BBC Learning English teams who choose to have a real Christmas trees in their homes and find out why. Well, you have got the smell of it, you have got the look of it, but more importantly, its Christmas trees are supposed to be s- 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 spawned are not they? So the answer of something that stays green all years and springing that into your house it means something. I'm just thinks real Christmas trees is more festive and more Christmassy, and it's just the transition to get a real Christmas trees. That's all. That's all. There's some things more beautiful about the naturals, the smell, the feel, the look of the tree, and I like it to be sustainable. As long as as long as I get my tree from a person that promise to through or fit in his space, then I'm really happy.
Yes, I agree. You can't beat having a real Christmas tree, and as Fee said, is symbolic. It represents something important, and here a Christmas tree is the symbol of Christmas.
And then um you mentioned that it's traditions, something that's done regularly and has become an expect, expected thing to do. And I will agree if makes things more festive, I word to describe the joy, joy, joyful, joyful feeling you get when celebrating some things like Christmas.
But of course, all these trees are often thrown away. which is wasteful. That's why Rowe mentioned his tree being sustainable, which means they can continue to be grown and cut down over a longer period, so it's less harmful to the environment.
Well, and alternative to a real Christmas tree is a fat or artificial ones, which is was Feifei from our team has in her house. What are the reason why?
We have a plastic Christmas tree which we've had for about 9 years. So it's plastic, so you can reuse it every year and it's more economical and we don't have to keep buying new trees. So Vivi's fake tree is made of plastic, so that's not great for recycling, but the good thing is she used it year after year, which makes it economical, which means it doesn't cost a lot of money, it's good value.
But even Feifei admits this does not have a smell and feel of the real tree is dynamic. It's not it new.
Yes, what's best for us and what's best for the environment. The BBC reality check program found that real trees take about 12 years to grow, and as they do, they absorb carbon from the atmosphere and nitrogen from the soil, so a good thing.
But when it's chopped down, it starts and release emotion back into the atmosphere. Specifically, if you have to transport it to your homes, and when Christmas is over, if it ends up in landfill, the tree's carbon footprint will be higher.
But its carbon footprint will be lower if it's recycled or composted. That's the process of allowing it to de- decay and then adding it to the ground to improve soil quality. A fake tree, on the other hand, is usually important and can't usually be recycled, but as Fifi mentioned, it can be reused. But without any type of Christmas tree, where would we put all those lights I mentioned that earlier, Sam? I asked you in 2010, a Christmas tree in Belgium was awarded the world record for having the most lights on it. But did you know how many? What do you say, Sam?
I think I said 19,672.
Oh, not very bright, I'm afraid. There were, in fact, 194,672.
Well, fans of the usually that must have used it.
Indeed, well, let's enlighten everyone with some of the vocabulary we've discussed today.
Okay, well, we started talking about installing. That means allowing yourself to have perhaps too much of something you enjoy.
When something symbolic, when something, when something is symbolic, it represents something important, and the word festive describes the joyful feeling you get when celebrating something like Christmas.
Like the basic jumpers you are wearing today, they are very jolly. Okay, let's we mentioned that staying which means the ability to do something over a long period of time without harming the environment. Environment.
Economical describes doing something that doesn't cost a lot of money. It's good value.
And when something is composted, it is allowed to decay and is turned into compost, which can be added back into the soil to improve its quality.
Thank you, Sam. And that brings us to the end of 6 minute English for now. It just leaves us to wish you a very happy Christmas. Goodbye.
Goodbye.